boys, and welcome back finally to me uploading. Um, it's it's been a little while, but it's been a little bit. Um, there's been a lot of things that went on, a lot of things that kind of went crazy recently, and it's really made for a lot of chaotic things to happen, a lot of weird things, and I needed to take a step back, specifically from YouTube, but for a little bit of my time of not uploading, I took a step back from content creation in general. So to kind of sum up what happened, I'll try to keep this short because I do have other things to say afterwards. Um, 2 days before my birthday, so the Friday before my birthday was on the 17th of October. I had things happen that made it so that I couldn't stream properly anymore. I have to use a VPN because I have been consistently targeted with hacker attempts, and one actually succeeded in hacking me. People have tried to grab my IP address to DDoS me, which is a direct denial of service for those of you who don't know. And it's been chaotic. It's been not fun, and so it's been all over the place. It's been a lot of interesting times, and the VPN and Twitch weren't communicating properly. Now, I could have kept uploading to YouTube, but at the time that was, well, all right, so YouTube is not my main source of income. Twitch finally started getting some traction and I had to stop. And so I had no urge, I had no want to continue content in general. It was to the point where I was like, you know what? If I'm done, if this is it, then I'm done. Um, I have been suffering from a lot of burnout and just feeling like I'm not going to succeed in content creation recently. And so I had to take a step back, and that's when I kind of took a step back from everything. And the only way around the VPN mumbo jumbo was I had to set up a dual PC setup. So that's usually really expensive, but I thought, okay, well, I have a second computer. I just wasn't am not going to be able to give my mom the computer, the old computer that I used to use before I got the Alienware. Um, And she was like, "Yeah, that's fine, whatever, no big deal." So I had to rescind my mom's pretty much $2,000 Christmas gift that I was gonna give to her. Um, so that was step one of all of the bullshit. And I was like, okay, well, the rest should be pretty cheap, right? Wrong. So my old desk, which is over there now, is falling apart. So much so that whenever I finally got all of this stuff figured out and taken care of, obviously I'm positioned differently. When I went to go move the old desk, it almost fell apart as I was moving it. The whole corner, the one thing that's holding the desk up was, why are you encoding overload? Stop. It's just a regular video. It's not like something crazy's going on. Relax. God, OBS. But I went to go move it, and the corner started to like literally twist and about to snap off. Um, so the desk was falling apart to begin with. Um, and then, as if to make it even worse, I needed to get a monitor mount because for a dual PC setup, I needed to be able to have multiple monitors on my desk at once. I was only able to fit two at the time. Well, I got the monitor mount, and well, one of my old screens, the screen that was already kind of old and starting to kind of go bad, it didn't have a place where I could mount the monitor to the mount. So I had to get a new monitor. Plus, to have the monitor that I needed for the two PC setup, I needed to have a third monitor. So I needed to buy two monitors, a monitor mount, and then I needed a new keyboard and mouse to be able to hook up to it. And then it was like, okay, well, being in a two PC setup where I wasn't able to have this desk, which is a new desk, which was even more, um, I wasn't able to have it there without pretty much taking up the entire living room, which is where I'm at. And so I had to figure out a new setup. And the old LED lights that I had couldn't go on the curtains because that's a window behind me. And so I had to get the two new lights. These things. It's been a while. There we go. These, right? And so there was that. And now I actually have to go get a new Ethernet cable because I only have one PC hardwired instead of two. And it's just been chaos. At the end of the day, after I get this Ethernet cable, I think I'm like $900 in to this dual PC setup for streaming, and it works, but there's still some major flaws. There's still some things that I'm not very happy with so far, and I still have to figure out. I've been told that there's a way to fix it. I've been told there's a way to do other things with it, but I haven't figured it out just yet. Um, so I got all of that set up, and I got it all set up not last Friday, the Friday before that. And I did my first test stream with the new setup. I don't even have anything going properly for my stream PC so that I have all of my scenes. Like, I have nothing. I have just the basic stuff. And I have to record on the stream PC because that's what the mic and the camera are set up with. So to be able to record on the gaming PC, I would have to switch everything over to the gaming PC, and I can't actually have everything go from gaming PC over to stream PC all in one go. So it's just like it's chaos incarnate, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of extra steps for a lot of things, but it did allow me to actually start streaming again. So you might be asking, okay, well, King, why didn't you start posting videos right after? Well, directly after I got things set up Friday, what was it? Friday the calendar, thank you. Friday the 22nd. Starting on Monday the 25th was Mental Health Awareness Week. And you're like, okay, well, King, what's that? So the Raids of Love stuff that I've been doing and putting together, we planned an entire week out of October, and this was planned like a month in advance. We planned an entire week where we were going to be raising money for Center for Suicide Awareness and start doing a whole bunch of crazy like Raids of Love stuff. And so it was dire that I needed to get everything broke on the 15th. I needed to have everything fixed and be able to stream again by the 24th. And then the 25th comes around, and I like the entire weekend, or the pretty much from the 23rd all the way through the 30th, I was so busy that I didn't have time to think half the time. I was streaming for crazy hours. I was being a guest for a lot of things. I was getting people together because we had a whole bunch of other streamers who were taking part. It was just chaos. And it was just insanity incarnate. And so the 30th comes around, everything's done. We raised about $750. Great. Everything went wonderful. So today, the second, is Tuesdays are usually my record days. So this was the day that I was going to be able to like actually sit down and record. And so getting to what I wanted to say after the whole reason for my little break there, videos are going to return, but I'm going to ease back into them. Um I'm still not really in the right place mentally, and with how much work I need to put into some videos, I need to start putting time and effort into places where it's actually going to be a good time and effort. And with that said, I'm not going to just jump right back in and act like everything was wrong. I'm going to take a look back at the content that I've made, take a look at what has worked and what hasn't worked, and kind of try to capitalize on the stuff that has been working. A lot of the stuff that has been working has been the guides. And so I'll probably start capitalizing on more guide-based things for different odd games. It could be a guide for like a new FPS game that comes out, how to get through it on the hardest difficulty or something, you know. Um, but in the biggest thing is like that $900 hit that I had to deal with that mentally drained me and mentally and physically drained me, and I have to do some crazy things and really start thinking financially how I'm going to take care of stuff. Um, a lot of people might say, "Oh, well, King, you're probably making ad revenue off of YouTube." I can tell you with utmost certainty. Hold on. You know what? We'll do this. I'll show you guys because I like to be transparent with you guys. Um, and I think this is important to kind of go over here. Let's go. Boom. So right here, as you can see, last 28 days, this is my revenue. That's not a lot. Um, if we go past 90 days, past 3 months, that's still not a lot. $142, that's not a lot. And we had a peak on the 10th, and that was PAX West and some shorts and some other things that were happening. I had a lot of things coming out at a lot of times, doing a lot of crazy stuff. But as far as like revenue generated, this is about what you can expect for a channel of my size. Actually, I'm probably doing a little bit better than most channels because of the things like the PokeMMO breeding guide, the money guide, the leveling guide, and all of the Bless Unleashed stuff. I have a lot of views being picked up from those videos because of the stuff that I've been doing and because people like that content. Simba's playing with a toy behind me. But there's a lot of different things, a lot of stuff being picked up because of that, where this revenue is probably more than what most YouTubers at roughly 2,200 subscribers would normally get. And now, if you think about this, this is the last month I've made less than $24. I had to pay $900. And I can tell you this with absolute certainty, Twitch did not pay me no $900 bill, you know. Um, so it was a big hit. It was a lot of money that just I didn't have in the first place, and I actually had my electric shut off because of it, because I needed to pay the electric bill and to be able to get everything up and running, and the electric got shut off. And encoding overload again. Good. Love that. I don't know why, but sure. Um, but then on top of that, I had to sell my car, which is something that I wanted to do for a while anyway, but I sold my car. Um, it was $300 a month that I couldn't afford, and so I got rid of it. I'm not able to do as much stuff, sure, but at least I'm saving $300 a month. So there's been a lot. And with that being said, I have some stuff. I have some videos. Come on, OBS, what are you doing? Why? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Stop it. God, issues, like I said. Um, but there are some things still in the channels that didn't finish. Like I got the Dark Souls games that I never finished. I have a couple of sponsored streams that I did. One's called Suicide Guy, one's called Arcade Tycoon. I recorded both of them. What I'm probably going to do is over this next week, and I also have Power Wash Simulator. Over this next week, I'm going to just drop big episodes. And by the end of this week, by Tuesday the 9th, Dark Souls 3 and Power Wash Simulator and Suicide Guy and Arcade Tycoon will all be finished. Which is needless to say, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of big episodes, but I kind of want to go about this easing back in as a kind of like a new, fresher start. I want to start from the beginning. I have some Twitch clips that are really funny that I'm probably going to post as shorts. Um, I have a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna start working on something. I had started working on it and then I put it to the side because I got busy with other things. I'm gonna try to finish it and I probably won't finish it in the time that I would like, but more than likely what I'm going to end up doing is 2022 I'm going to have a whole new look to a lot of stuff. And by the end of 2022, I want to have the solo project that I've been working on for years finally come out. Um, I'm probably going to shorten it and make it a lot more simple. Um, or maybe I'll just scrap it. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I want to finally button up the solo project. Which if you don't know about the solo project, the outro scene, like I used to have that lab with the ball spinning around the tube. I used to have the or for the outro that I have now, it has like a door open and a storm in the background, tree blown in the wind. Come on, OBS, there's literally nothing going on. Thank you. Um, but that stuff is all a part of the solo project, and the biggest thing that stopped me now is I can't really make good characters, and I wanted it to look realistic, but I look to see like if I can just get a base character model and then adjust it as I need for the different characters. It's like for the for the rigging to be able to animate it and to have it look halfway decent and be able to be changed easily. It's like $600 for a character. It's ridiculous. Um, so I'm gonna try to do that, but I have some other things that I want to finish up, and I'm by the first of the year, by the new year, I want to have a new look to everything. I'm gonna try, even with like regular stream stuff, I'm gonna try to have pretty much everything done, and it's a very ambitious goal because I have 2 months to do a lot of stuff, but uh, I want to see not if I can do it, but I want to see if I could maybe use that as something to get a little spunk back into my trunk, a little pep back in my step. Um, with that being said, I'm probably gonna come out with like whole updated merch line. I'm gonna come out with new designs for some stuff. I'm gonna pretty much revive the whole King Bullet name. Almost as if I was starting from new. And it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be interesting because I do still have editing for All Rebels on top of it in stream, and I'm doing some other stuff for other people as well. Um, but I need something to get some pep behind me again. And I've been talking with one community member. They've been wanting to help me like start up an actual website because a lot of people like whenever I review games. Come on, OBS. It's literally just recording me and my voice. Relax. This is why I had to get a new computer in the first place. I don't know. this video has been going on for a while, but there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, and a lot of stuff that I want to change, and there's just I'm gonna be trying to bring some excitement back into things. I kind of started losing hope, losing the will to continue going forward, and I don't like it because this is really the only thing that I can do. Um, that's a story for another time. So I need to find that spunk again, and you guys can help. Um, this sounds cliche, but liking, subscribing, putting on the bell, even if you watch a video in the background, have it on 1% volume, don't pay attention to it. All that stuff, it helps. If you comment, share it with your friends, with your family, put it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. All of that stuff, even if you don't have like a lot of people that would see it, it still helps because the more that it's the more that YouTube sees my video is getting pushed around in other places, the more that it's going to start putting it in front of other people. That's why Bless Unleashed did so well. Um, it was my Bless Unleashed stuff was pushed by Bandai Namco and by the developers. It was on their websites. People shared it around with each other. Same thing with the breeding. A lot of people look for that, and so people will say, "Oh, hey, check this out," and then they switch it back and forth, all that other stuff. Um, so yeah, that's the long and short of it. Um, oh good, froze again. I don't even know how this video is gonna look because it keeps freezing and I don't know why. But that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm gonna go edit this, put it up. It's later than I wanted to in the first place, but it is what it is. I'm gonna I'm gonna ease back into things. I'm not gonna jump headfirst into it because if I do, I'm just gonna burn out even more, and nobody wants that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me. I am back, but it is gonna be a slow return. It's not gonna just be business as usual. And yeah, thank you guys. Go out, do something nice for somebody today, and I will see all of you guys next time. Bye, guys.